How are you? Thank you, dear colleagues.
Would you like to stay for the meeting?
Yes.
It's okay with me.
Anybody I curse is cursed. Once I condemn you, you're finished. Ask the Sabo, those that tried to take over power when I was in prison, because I valued them, thought they were doing what we all swore to do. As soon as I went into prison, they started to connive to take over power. Where are they today? Because I cursed them, and they will never have peace. I won't touch them, I won't harm them, but they'll never have peace. Today they are worthless. Absolutely worthless. That is who we are. Do you know why? Because our hands are clean. When we say we are whiter than white and whiter than snow, people don't understand what it means. Now they do.
Spokesman of the indigenous people of Biafra, IGBOS, Ima Powerful, on Wednesday announced that the group's leader, Nnamdi Kanu, has dissolved the third administration of the Directorate of State, DOS, which oversees the affairs of the group. Powerful, in a statement made available to journalists, also announced that Kanu has inaugurated the fourth administration of the DOS, appointing Mazi Chris Nwegu, who is based in the United States, as the new head of the body. The Directorate of the State was established by Kanu in 2012 as the administrative arm of the IGBOS. Since its inception, the Directorate has been headed by different individuals. They include Dr. Justin Akozieze, USA, head of the first administration; Mazi Uchenna Asebu, Spain, head of the second administration; and Chika Idoziem, Sweden, head of the third administration, which was appointed in March 2017 during Kanu's detention at Kuji prison.
All right, welcome, sir. Recently, there's a development that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has dissolved a DOS and he has set up a 100-man committee, and which in that committee, news coming out that some US citizens, Israeli citizens, are among those committee. One of the notable names is Mike Arnold, a former US Congress mayor. What is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu?
Yes, it surprises a lot of Biafrans all over the world. I'm speaking on behalf of 85 million Biafrans all over the world. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said it, as you have watched in that video, it's not a funny thing. It's a serious business of Biafran struggle, Biafran agitation, Biafran, recognition moves. It's not about Chike Doziem or whatever they call them. I don't even want to mention all these guys, that have been in the shadow since 1917, that have not added value to the struggle of Biafra. Anybody that is telling you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not know what he's doing, unfortunately, that person does not understand what it means to be committed to a project like Biafra. Being championed in Africa, not in Europe, not in Asia, not in the West. I mean in Africa, where we have thousands of African mentality, running up and down without direction. Those who are in the shadows should also know very well that it is not funny, it is not vendetta, it is not victimization, it is not about only institutionalization. Yes, I can tell you that through salvation came through one man and sin came through one man. So anybody that is saying what he feels, is very free to say it. People just all of a sudden turn the struggle to a gossip center. Shame unto you, all of you who are in the shadows, labeling, saying all manner of things. It's unfortunate, but that is not the topic of today. I want to say it has been on the plan, like I said very clearly. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it will take 200 years for anybody, any security structure, agent, what the government agencies or whatever they call them, 250 years you know, and the more the years comes by, the more it multiplies. It has I think since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made that statement till now, it has added up to 300, 500 years from that point, because, you know, he said IPOB is impregnable. You know, you cannot destroy, indestructible, because I always say it. Go and watch some of my little statements I made in some of the posts. I said, you know, you might know the third one, you think you know. You might know the second one, you may think. But you see the first one, that makes Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a supreme leader. Nobody knows it, including Chike Doziem and all of them that have been in the shadow, talking about his civilization. Can you do what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does? Can you do exactly? Do you know what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has gone through? You think it's about money. You have forgotten. But about phone now, that the master himself knows where he's going. That the guy himself knows that, you know, I can actually achieve this. Because if anything goes wrong, it's 5 million Biafrans all over the world is going to hold me, you know, responsible. Nobody talks about it. Immediately Mazi Nnamdi Kanu battles his cases in the Supreme Court. You see these people going underground. Looks as if they are being lobbied. They have, you know, been greased by federal government. Some of them will learn that we have been having a series of meetings with the governor of Imo State outside Nigeria, you know, discussing, making, compromising. But Ahamadike, the supreme leader himself, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Okuchukwu Kanu, he made it very clearly. I will not be the one, but you will be the one. He said it very clearly. But today, when the news broke out before now that a 100-man committee, I analyzed it. I told you very clearly, you know, that the 100-man committee is, he said, my 4-4 will make sure all your kids don't grow. This is the fourth Republican DOS team to be inaugurated. We have the first one, we have the second one, we have the third one. This is the fourth one. And what does the fourth one mean? It means that the 4 pillars of the earth has been completed. No one is missing. The third was the spiritual angle. Now the fourth is the foundation. And that foundation, this foundation you are seeing today, is the foundation that is going to carry Biafra to the Biafran land.
All right.
Yes, and I can also speak about Mike Arnold, the American diplomat. We have Ralph Moss. We have so many of them from all over the world, and the list is totally completed. You know, a new, maybe some of them were asking the new the US leader, you know, Chris Nwogu, who resides in USA, who is in. But that's what I'm telling you. The other side of it, nobody knows it. It's only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that knows it, you know, and he will use that to beat you. Just like when Satan felt that he has known all the secrets about God, but there are thousands and millions he does not know about God. You know, yes, I can tell you that for free. Yes, Mike Arnold is involved. He accepted. You know, all these years, what has DOS attracted? You know, we are seeing our members being locked up in Kuje, in Meduguri, in Sokoto, in different kinds of prison, and all you do is to wear cap from one place to another. We don't accept that kind of shadow, you know, leadership. You know, the next thing you turn DOS to a gossiping machine, and that one they pay me. And you see all of them online talking rubbish. Women, for Biafran struggle, we are not the shame.
All right. So, what would you say do you think Mike Arnold, because I have seen so many of his posts, you know, referencing, talking about Biafra, agitating, and also trying to reveal some deep secrets about the Sultan of Sokoto and the Caliphate. Do you think in any way all of these add any reference to the Biafran story?
Yes, the world will stand still the day America or Israel, the only world superpower, will recognize Biafra. There will be no uprising, there will be no opinions against the recognition. Just like what we saw in Somaliland. The Somaliland president is currently in Israel today, meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. You see these two people now, where you are just suddenly seeing the awareness of people, the U.S. government, the Congress, the Knesset, Italy, Brazil, Singapore, Malaysia, Germany, Europe, talking about it. The Biafran struggle now, it did not start today. It has been years of consistency, and they were also watching how we react to the struggle. And the only person they were watching is not a dossier or whatever they call themselves. They are only looking at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now it has gotten to them that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is nothing but conviction. They have been convinced that it is what it is. So you can see them on their own now, so that at the end of the day, it will not look as if that the US government or the Israeli government just took Nigeria or took the world by surprise. And remember, they've also attracted attention in Nigeria by making Nigeria a country of a particular concern. The same thing with Israel. So if you see the parliament, congressmen talking about MPs in London, in UK, everywhere, talking about Australia, Brazil, Italy, speaking about the reality of what's going on in Nigeria, and nobody should come up and question why any country and any part of the world should recognize Biafra. That's the essence of what the campaign, the advocacy of Mike Arnold. These are very influential Americans. The another person is Ted Cruz, James Jones, Mike Johnson, the Speaker of United States House of Representatives. We are talking of Marco Rubio. I cannot see, man. What you again one here? You understand? These are people all of a sudden. So because they saw something, they saw that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not compromise. They have done their fact check. He's not a terrorist. You understand? So you can see now that options they have given Nigeria has failed completely. So at the end of the day, nobody go say, why did you do that? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? But are seeing the conditions, they are publicizing everything, they're letting the whole world know. By the time the recognition of Biafra as a sovereign nation comes, the world, you see nations, allies of the United States of America, key into the recognition, celebration.
All right. Finally, a lot of people have been trying to ask that. Now we are talking about Biafra. You just want Biafra to come, Biafra to come. What kind of system is Biafra going to run? What kind of system? What kind of confederation? What kind of society is Biafra going to run that will be different from what Nigeria is having present?
I want to celebrate you, Mr. Richard, because a lot of people have done, what is it that people are saying that Biafra. I want to thank you very much for that question, but before I give you an insight, I need you to understand what Biafra is. Biafra, the word Bia, people say it's Igbo language, it's not. No, I don't believe. Maybe it has been copyrighted to mean whatever they think it means in Igbo land. The BI, the buy, BI, means, buy is what? Two. That's the concept. Buy, bilateral, that's two. Agreement, buy, people come and buy, that's buy. Then, FRA is means in Portuguese word, in Latin word, and in Aramaic, Hebrew, means togetherness. So you can see now, BIAFRA, that's coming together. That's, I just give you, but it might mean another thing to a different people. But that's what the little research I did, actually, gave me. So you can see that, it is, before now, the Igbo run what they call the Aro Confederacy. Before the coming of the Portuguese. That's why they told you that democracy started from Aro. The Igbo land. They only say Aro, they say Igbo land. Because Aro too was a kingdom. Even though the people don't want to talk about it. So Confederacy actually started in Igbo land. In that regard, what we tend to have is beyond 40 provinces, where every community, where every local government, where every province, where everybody, any individual, irrespective how poor you are, as long as you are within your indigenous place, anything that you find there becomes your own source of living. There will not be a centralized means of government. We are going to run a government based on the United States model and based what was advocated even before now, that our confederacy was in existence in Biafra land before the white men came. So that was why it was difficult for them to penetrate, because it was a democracy. So, but what we are going to modernize at this aspect is that, you know, if we are from a certain community and there is something there, you use it, you are the one to administer it, you are the one to rule yourself, you are the one to provide yourself. Government will not come and interfere with over, say they are taking your resources, you know, but we have a structured system of security that will be totally different from, you know, then the government will project himself as the major player in providing shelter, infrastructure, and education free of charge. Biafra will be Biafra territories that does not have oil will not be driven by the quest of oil. Sharing formula. We have to invoke our intellectual capacity to technology, to innovations, to buildings, to creativity. Japan has no crude oil anywhere. Go and check. There are some countries that have no crude. Luxembourg, other countries have no crude oil anywhere. But today they are one of the most powerful nations in the world that have done very wonderful things for their citizens. So Biafra is going to be different, and that's why people are looking at it as going to be the first AI 21st century nation in Africa, that Africans will model African leadership after. Thank you.